Wonderful morning to everybody who have participated here for the pre-market outlook session for the date of 21st November 2025, the final day in this week and as well as the third week. And based on yesterday's one, as a prediction, see 1 minute. I hope you are getting my voice as well as the video clearly. If yes, please reply with hand signal or in chat messages, which will be helping me to proceed further. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your response. Based on yesterday's one, that was a very cheerful one for the market. And as our prediction, based on the behavioral analysis, what happened yesterday? Yeah, it was almost just a short of points for the previous all-time high, which was also predicted well in advance. That particular behavior, what it is giving information for us as a trader means, see the Nifty is one, we can take for the instance, the Nifty is one almost near the 26,277 was the previous all-time high, and yesterday's it just to 30 to 40 points only. With the intactness, what we have to observe is that is main matter here. So the intactness in the sense while constructing the upside and while moving beyond or sustaining beyond the levels what we have discussed was thoroughly respected by the Nifty. And after that, the construction during the day with a buy and dip strategy also worked well. So after that, the closing. In the closing only, the market somewhat ended with indecisive kind of pattern, but not in a clear indecisive candle that was. Anyhow, while it is moving up, the exhaustiveness or otherwise the fatigue behavior by the bull run, so which may be expected to give a pause in the current bull run, and one may expect a mild pullback also from the high it has recorded yesterday. And provided the yesterday's high and low also very important hereafter to decide the further weeks, that means in the upcoming weeks direction can be treated by yesterday's high and low, Thursday's low, and even Mondays also one can take. So in the manner, so 17 and 20, 21, these days high and low can be marked in your charts or wherever it is, and based on the high and low levels you can fix with a buy on dip and a sell on rise strategies. You can fix your trade directions or you can trade accordingly where the levels are actually respecting the directions. Very simple strategy this one was actually. While adhering to these levels based on the dates we have discussed, it will be better to focus on that levels particularly with the strategies discussed as well. So that will be helping you to clearly approaching the market as well as gaining the momentum. So that was the wholesome of observations we can actually get and share with you all. For the day, the enthusiasm already we have mentioned in our press spaces, the enthusiasm that was constructing and the enthusiasm that was experiencing as experienced in yesterday's trend, the hesitancy also stepped into play their role. Yes, the hesitancy in the way of moving continuously towards a further high because it is nearing to the previous all-time zone. It has stepped into acting well, and because of that hesitancy, it has recorded in yesterday's near to the closing hours. We can see the close or any break even below the yesterday's low will be the signal for a mild pullback kind of activities in the Nifty or Sensex. And if it is moving as by breaking the 20th November's low, where onwards one can see the 19th November low also as a support, as well as the Monday's one, 17th November. Until then, one can keep concentrating on short makings or selling the positions or reducing the positions in all the way. And while the approachment of the levels of lows formed in Thursdays and Mondays one, where one can reduce your short positions and think of waiting or applying wait and watch for further direction to be get. And once the 17th of November's low getting broken and closes below to that point on a daily basis means there onwards a downward trend can be expected to be reaching the level of 25,700, 25,600, 25,365. The third one, always we used to say that very core 1 point, that was the high of 15th of October. Until then, you can make these levels as we have described and as we have explained about with the dates and the levels that can be maintained for your trading actions. For the day, the opening trend may be a very flat with a mild negative tone for the India. Anyhow, despite of very clear negative trends we can see in major markets across the world. So our markets will not be thoroughly following or mirroring the effect of world markets trend. Anyhow, the cautiousness is getting somewhat increasing here along with the hesitance it has already shown in yesterday's trend, particularly near to the closing hours. After opening, what we can expect from our markets means, as discussed about the levels, the yesterday's low and high should be marked until it is trading between these levels. One can enjoy by approaching both strategies to get gain about all the tradable points by the index. In case if it is trading very tightly means you can avoid trading on index futures and options. Better to focus on individual stocks for gaining the momentum. In case any break on either side happens, as described earlier or explained earlier, you can follow the Thursday's one and Monday's one as a high and low points to decide whether which direction you should follow like. For the day, the level for the Nifty can be expected between 26,100 to 26,200 within this 100 points of tight range. If it is actually following means until then it would be better to avoid trading on index values. And if it is giving a break on either side means where onwards one can see 25,900 would be the maximum support the Nifty can seek, even though 26,000 is actually being as an interim and psychological support zone. On the higher side, 26,300 can be expected in case the 26,200 getting broken again. So that's it for the Nifty's level we can see. And from the positional perspective also, the Nifty, as long as trading above the level of, we have actually escalated the support zones from the 25,365 to 25,700. Hereafter, it should be watched until otherwise it is getting broken below the level of 25,700. Nothing to worry on the positional based trend on the Nifty because we are very comfortably, strongly maintaining the bull run as long as we are sustaining above these levels. Anyhow, in the extended way, if it is actually moving higher further means we can see 26,500, 26,700, even 26,900 or as a wholesome 27,000 as a rounded value we can expect from the market if it is getting extended beyond the yesterday's high. From the sectors trend, we can focus many sectors here to drive today's market because of some pullback effect or otherwise consolidation with a higher moving tendency, both in the way of tug of war may be expected from today's moment in the markets. Because of that, the sectors like banking, financiers, automobiles, IT, metal, energy, oil and gas, these sectors will be expected to play on either side. So particularly from auto side, we can expect positivity, and financials, we can expect the positivity to be continuing along with some banking stocks, except for the public sector banks. And IT side, mixed kind of activities. Profit booking also can be expected in several stocks, and TCS kind of large stocks can be expected to hold the momentum. Metal side, it has not participated in the recent days rally when the market experienced. So in that way, the metal stocks may be stepping into giving some cushion for the markets. If it is actually breaking yesterday's and the previous day's low, so that may be a chance for correction in the metal oriented stock. That also should be watched out. Metal index level should be watched as per our prediction. Energy side, since the Reliance Industries is holding the momentum, we can expect some momentum to be continuing along with the support of Reliance Industries. Oil and gas, and major oil and gas stocks actually getting consolidating here. But anyway, the IGL, MGL, Gujarat Gas, like gas companies, expected to be performing well on the positive side. So from the stock side, based on news and technical behavior, Tata Consultancy Services, Eicher Motors, Hyundai Motors, Max Financial Services, AWL Agri Business, and Hitachi Energy India, IEX, Indian Energy Exchange, which has very important behavioral change from yesterday's one, which may be in case closing above the yesterday's close or yesterday's high, means the stock may be expected to provide around 15% of upside from the close where we are actually predicting. So one can focus on IEX hereafter. And Zaggle Prepaid Ocean are the stocks to be concentrated by the day traders to get an enhanced trading opportunities for the day. Anyhow, across the positions, whether it is selling or buying, keeping stop loss will be very important one. So advising you all to have a stop loss strategy with a solid approaches. So that's it from today's pre-market discussion we can have. And we can check any queries there. Yes. Since there are no queries, we can conclude today's session, and we'll meet again on Monday for the pre-market outlook session. Have a blissful and profitable day. Thank you. Bye-bye.